It has to do with everyone.
We'll go back. I mean, we have time. We'll play around over here. Let's go to סימן Yud Ches. Din HaChonos HaSeder. This is the practical dinim that everybody has to know. You know, there's a story told that there was a yeshuvnik. Yeshuvnik meant someone that lived in like a villager, you know, that was a farmer. So he came Pesach night, you have to make a seder. He didn't know how to make a seder. So he says to his wife, go in next door, that the religious Jew over there, watch what they do, and then you'll come back and you'll tell me, and I'll know how to do the seder. So she went in, and she saw over there, I forgot what she saw over there. She saw that the
husband was screaming.
That the husband was screaming on the wife, and by the Sfardim they sit with their bundles and makelchem biyadchem, mishlok techois, you know. So she got frightened and she ran out. So she came back to her home, and her husband says to her, tell me what you saw with her. She didn't want to tell him. She didn't want to get beaten up, you know. So he says to her, if you're not going to tell me, then I'm brechen the beina. He says to her, if you know how to make the seder yourself, why do you send me next door? So it goes, Dina Chonos HaSeder. Yehaderach Yayin Yofa L'mitzvahs Abba Kaisis. She look for good wine. Ve'im yesh b'nimtza yayin odam, if there's available red wine, Yofa Kamay HaLoven, that's as good as the light wine. The Gamul kosher Kamay HaLoven, it's also kosher. Mitzvah Yosef mi bekula, mi beloved. Shenema al teira yayin ki yisadem. Don't be afraid of wine when it becomes red. In other words, that's a סימן that is mashma shechashivus shayayin hu kishu adam. V'oid ufishiyesh bezekel ladam sherei para sheichad yalde b'nei Yisrael uv'medina sheha'avos tipshim u'sacholim, that means foolish, stupid and foolish. The halal alila shekarim, to make up blood libels, is nimtzum elika kayin yadam lepaisa. So they should avoid. They used to say always the guy for the gallo for the others and the people, and he would kill someone, and then he would say that the Jews did it. They needed wine. You know, there's so many stories about the blood libels.
So anti-Semitism, it depends where the anti-Semitism is. Like, it depends which country has anti-Semitism.
If anti-Semitism is a blood libel,
there were a lot of places that were galachim, that were fucking unrights in the people against the Jews.
Das ist doch Ladung. Die junge Geber treffen sich. So mit Wein und $50 a Fläschel. Und $70, $100 a Fläschel. Das ist Ladung.
Okay. Vergesst nicht. Vergesst nicht.
Nicht mal mehr.
My son told me that there was a certain party that a rich man made, and they served scotch over there, and they bought expensive bottles, and they emptied them out, and then I got some billiger scotch in the expensive bottles, and the people enjoyed it very much.
I wusste das. Ja, sorry.
Yeah. You think the people really know a difference between this one and that one, and the $100 bottle and the $75 bottle? You know. For the first dipping, Shahu Kapas, which is Kapas, Neugen Habe Likach Petr. This is called, in Yiddish, called Petrishka. B'toiv, it's a root it's a white root
White carrot.
that people put in like when they make a soup, like for spicing. I think it's called a parsley root, if I'm not mistaken. V'tayv yaisa l'kacha salad
Celery.
is celery. We feel so that we take onion.
Right.
Sheyesh v'tam tayv kishu chai. It has a good taste. V'amivcho l'kacha sunayin. Sunayin is radish. But our minhag is that we don't eat
You even
radish,
use radish altogether.
during Pesach. Incidentally, I have a vote on the Haggadah, kannst du mitkommen? We say in the Haggadah, the Manashtana, שבכל איזה אין לנו מדביק אפילו פעם אחת, הדבר הזה שתי פעמים. Why שתי פעמים? If you want to do it, because it reminds us of the Sheba of Mitzrayim. Do one time. Why do you got to do? Why Dafka 2 times?
Yeah, both are reminding us of the same thing.
The same thing, right? So I have a teretz on it that I bring. That the reason why we dip 2 times is because Geulas Mitzrayim, Golus Mitzrayim, started with a dipping, and it ended with a dipping. How did it start? Yankov sent Yosef to go see his brothers.
They dipped the blood.
So then they took his sinus pasam shalom, vayitu Yosef b'dam, right? And then they said, why should we kill him? That was the start. At the end, the Eibush gave the mitzvah of Korban Pesach, and he says, "Tuvaltum badam Moshe basaf."
So why don't we?
That you should dip in on the doorpost and everything. So it started with a dipping and it ended a dipping.
Yeah, but why don't we do something zecher to those 2 bloods? That would be good. We can't do it. We make a red sauce or something.
But this is also a dipping.
A dipping. Interesting. Yeah. Very good.
That's why we did 2 times. And people always ask the question, but we dip in salt.
Also, yeah.
And I explained that already, that when we talk about tibul is in a liquid. Not in, always they sell in the store, you go and they have a whole shelf of dips. They don't have salt on that shelf.
Right.
The dips is all Spanish, olive, this, that, but that's ain't no view.
That's why you have 2. They're very good. That's why I have 2 dippings. So
Right.
okay. We have to, Rabbi Bogomilsky, you have to give us notes to take home with us, like a little Haggadah. We should bring them.
I have Haggadah. I made a Haggadah.
But that's in your Haggadah. I use your Haggadah.
Yes, in my Haggadah.
So I'll find it. Okay.
Trouble is people don't read it.
Just remember.
L'tzarech mara, noygen likach tamcha. Tamcha is grain. The kiven shu charef ma'od, yachol lefaroi b'magreres. You could grate it on a grating, and rakshay zor shlo yofek legamri, that it shouldn't evaporate entirely. V'yesh lefaroi k'shavon mebeis hakneses, and we don't do that. We prepare it before Pesach. ובשבס אסורים בפוררי, אלא שצריכים בפוררי קודם הלילה, and v'yichaseyu ad halayla. Today people do it before also. I mean, today they even sell already grain in the stores. Avo yosef toiv l'kachas chazeres, shehi chasa, that's what we call Roman lettuce.
That's right.
V'noyach la'acha, it's easy to eat it. V'nikras mora, it's called mora. L'fisha k'shu shaya b'kaka, when it stays long in the ground, nasa ha'kach mar. Kach is like the root of it. The celery, the Roman lettuce that we buy is cut off already from the root, but there's a root that it's in the ground.
So you're supposed to eat the root? You're supposed to eat what's
No, we don't. V'yaitzen gam belano, hanikav remuth, v'olshin, v'chabiren, einen shlichem b'mdinasenu. In other words, there's a Mishnah in Psachim, and the Mishnah says that there's 5 meaning that you could use for chayin. So this is what he's talking about over here.
The ones we don't
and
have.
Tamcha Chaim is the first that's listed, and then salad is the third. And what he's saying that Olshin and Chavina ain't a shlichem, this means endives.
Oh,
So today they have already endives, and I once spoke about this already, that you have to know a lot of the endives that they sell grow on water.
can't make a bird be a dummy.
So you don't make a bracha ber predoma. So the shalaf you can use it for water.
Oh.
Kol minim sheyotzim behem, all of the 5 minim, which you could use one of them. So mitzvah from zeh and zeh, you could have a piece of this and a piece of this. And people take a piece of Roman lettuce and they wrap some water in it.
But l'chara, the best thing is just if you want to be yoytze, take a piece of lettuce and eat it and be over with it.
Yeah, but the people want to have a little sharpness also. You don't feel it.
You want to feel it.
You don't
okay.
feel the sharpness.
Yeah.
V'yotzin bein be'olen bein be'klachim. You could be yoytze, the olim or the leaves or the klach is the root. Loy b'shroshim. Shroshim is deeper yet. The hainu ha'shroshim ha'ktanim ha'spatzim ha'kan that are not in the center, but they go off to the side under the ground. Aval ha'shaydish ha'gadol shabay gedolim ha'alim avshu tomim b'kaka hareu b'kal kelach. When come up and type yoysa little ha'alim ba'kelach hayotzim min ha'kaka, to take what comes out above the ground. Ki yesh ayman shemashu b'kaka nikol shaydish. It's called the root of, but not part of the vegetable itself. Ha'alim, the leaves, and yotzim bem ela im kain hem lachem. They're soft. Aval ha'klachem, but that centerpiece that's a little in the ground, yotzim bem ben lachem ben yuveshim. Ach loy b'mevushalim ochfushim. But not if they're cooked or they're preserved. And if they were laying in water for 24 hours, they become mevushal already, so it's no good. Ha'charaisis Sorosh tia over zeichel letit. The chayes has some thickness in it. Zeichel to the
Cement.
the cement. Ubeshosh tzara litbo es hamara. When you have to pour in, dip the mara in it, yishbach leteicha yayin echaimitz. So you should liquefy it a little bit. It should be softer. Shetei raka zeichel ledam. If it's dry, you can't dip in it. You'll touch it, but nothing's going to come up on it.
Well, we wipe it off anyway, so what's the whole pleasure of us dipping into it?
We dip it off. We shake it off, but we don't wipe it off. Shake it off.
Warum sie gar da alle Sachen, so im Winter? Nicht gewachsen da alle Sachen.
Weißt du?
Nicht einige Zeiten.
Jeden haben gefunden. You know that in Europe we run a mimic that the people used to go to the Rav at a place for charoises.
In Europe, in das Vorlegen.
And they used to give the Rav like a few dollars. It was like the Rav's chazaka to provide charoises to the kids.
Jerusalem.
So, yeah. Gangen zum Rav.
Ich nehme Charoises,
Ja,
Bango.
mit dem geben ein paar Dollar.
Für was ich könnte allein machen?
Ist nicht gewesen. Ich krieg noch mir gehen nach der Esrik. Ist mir gegangen in Esrik, aber es alte gewesen mit Covid. In Esrik will der Buch, bei mir zurück gekommen von Kutzlores dort. Und darauf kam 2 Esrik, ist gegangen. Und nur mit dem Esrik reinkommen in Sturm, und da gebend Stalle. Und sie bringen dem Esrik. Und hab's nicht gewesen. Wo got the mate this winter?
No, but charoises wasn't because it's nicht gewesen.
Ja, die Sachen, die kamen alt Sachen. Apple.
It was I think it was also a panosa for the...
Aber viele Potatoes, was umgeht, haben sie doch gebauten in der. Sicher da eine ganze Scheile zu... Pesach können das nicht.
It heißt Erdapfel.
Ja?
Potatoes heißt Apples.
Erdapfel.
Yeah. יש רסוס es a chareisum mit Peiris Yishulam Knesset Yisrael. Going to Einim, Shanam at Eina Chanta Pagera, they began to blossom. Va'goizim, Shenema Ginas Eges Iradati, that means the Abish came down to Klal Yisrael. Utmorim Shenema Ella Betoma, I will go up. V'rimainim Shenema Kapela Charimain. V'tapuchim Zecher Mashakos Tapuach Araticha, that they were born on the fields, under the trees. Shahaya Anoshim Yodasham B'nayim B'loi Etzer, without any pain. Ushkedim, Shkedim is almonds. Hashem Sheshokad HaKadosh Baruch Hu Al HaKetz V'asais, but we don't fizzle that way. We make it just from apples and nuts. V'tzarach litem v'techa tavinim hadayim l'tavin, put in some spices that look like straw. To go in kinlon v'zimbu she'enam nidoichem hodeg hated, that they don't grind, they're like pieces.
Yeah, they'll remain.
V'yesh b'hem chutim k'may tavin. They look like straw because they have like strings in it. In order that the cement should hold, they will put some straw in it. B'Shabbos lo yishpach as hayayin hayachem esotecha chareisus, ki tzorach la'asais b'shinu. V'yitin es hachareisus v'techa hayayin b'achaimetz. In order, the opposite way. V'esmei hamelach, afilu k'sheloi chol yontav v'Shabbos, yasem erev yontav, shmek erev yontav, v'him k'yisei b'yontav, tzorach l'asas b'shinu. What's the shinu? She'yitin chila es hamayim, v'achakach hamelach. Usually, you first put in the salt, then you pour the water on top of it. So, and the Alter Rebbe holds that
You can do it anyway.
that you're allowed to do it because it's very little to double mu'at. Mishachar beis hamikdash tiknach hachama sheyeh al hashochem b'shas hamidas haggadah shnei minet avshivim. Echad zecher l'kam v'echad zecher l'kam Pesach v'echad zecher l'kam Chagiga she'em akrivim b'zman shebeis hamidas she'ekayim. At a Pesach V'nogu she'echad me'tashim yeh basa v'yeh mi'perek anikra zeraya. We don't take the zeraya, we take a neck of because we want it as much as possible not to resemble a part of the animal that could be on the mizbeach. V'zeicha she'goram HaKadosh Baruch Hu b'zeraya netuya b'tanais geshlekta aram.
What is Israel?
Huh?
What is the actual Zohar? We call it a Zohar, but when the Tzachon says Zohar, what is he talking about?
It's a part of the foot of the animal.
Oh, that's what it is?
Yeah. V'yeh nitzra al gecholim,
Huh?
zecher Pesach, shehoya tzliyesh. V'asheni yeh beitza, the second should be an egg. Mishum the beitza b'lashon arami beya. Beya means wanting. Chayma, the boy Rachmana l'mifrek yasana. The Eibishter wanted to redeem us, b'draw meramima, like with a strong arm. Sharasa, he brings it, changes. Sharasa Hashem lived as a son of Zayana Tuya. V'oisan ha'beitza bein tzluya bein mevushalos. Our minhag is that we keep it on we cook it in the shell. See, there's other people that they make it hard, and then later they fry it. That's what it means by tzluya.
Well, you also used to take the hard-boiled eggs and burn them a little bit.
With the shell?
Yeah, you put it on a fire and it just burns it a little bit. So it has a burnt look to it. Oh. You did that?
Some say that the reason for taking an egg is a zeicha for parei. Steht kosher leif, covered leif parei. What is the covered leif parei? That an egg, the more you cook it, the harder it gets. It doesn't anything you cook meat, the more you cook it, the softer it gets. And with parei, the more he got beaten up, he became more hardened, more stiffer. Yochem Meshadei Beit Yom. I'm sorry. V'tzarech litzva ulevashlam be'erev yantav ba'od yom. You have to prepare before yantav. V'mshachach ha'shohaya Shabbos is yitzra v'yavashal oisam b'layla. In other words, you can't do it on Shabbos, so you do it on Mitzvah Shabbos. Avo, if you did it on yantav, you know the Mitzvah Shabbos, tzarech ha'ocham b'yom rishon. Why? Because you can't prepare from one day to the next day.
So you can't use the same egg for the second Seder.
Right? Ki ein mevashel meyantav v'chaveira v'lo meyantav v'chol. U'fi she'ein oichem basa tzoli b'shnei leilos elu. We don't eat any roasted meats on these 2 nights. Akein tzarech lechol es hazroya davka b'yayim. If you want to eat it, or you have to eat the zroya, you can't eat it by the Seder, because it's basa tzli, so you have to eat it the next morning by the day Seder. V'afke shetzogem be'erev yantav, ein lezok nachakach. Don't, it's ausgebrannt, there's nothing on it, right? So people think you clean up the table and you throw out everything on the table. He says, no. Ele yitna b'yom sheni b'teich meichel, shemavashlam v'yochel. Should put it into something that you'll be cooking. I don't know if many people do that,
No.
but maybe at least when you throw it out, don't throw it with all the garbage, just wrap it separate, Yacham Meshavim Ebayt Yom, B'matzois Noim Kefi Yecholtem. He should prepare his sitting place where he sits with nice drapery. U'ba'ofen sheyuchol lintois u'lahaseh b'smayla. In order he should be able to turn and lean on the left. Vafilim hu ita, even if he's a lefty, Yosef b'smol shakol adam. He should still not left on his left, but on his right, which is small shakol adam. The reason for that is very simple, because what's the reason for haseva? Because I explained that there's 2 pipes. One pipe is called the wind pipe, and one pipe is called the food pipe. In halacha, one is called the veshet, and one is called the kona. And the food has to go down its pipe, and if it goes down the other pipe, you could chas v'shalom choke on it. So therefore, right or left, if you're righty or lefty,
Doesn't
the
change
situation of
what
the
it
pipes are the same. So that's why. Gamas akari yachim abayom, that we don't do. Kedei shemiyad b'voyim b'beis hakneses yuchol lasos haseda believe equal. We prepare the kaida when we come home from shul. Avo pisha b'kol ashana tev l'mayat b'kelim noyim zechel chum. Yikom b'gel pesach tev l'habas b'kelim noyim l'frikoichem. V'afilu hakelim she'enim sichon l'sudam yisadam yofa al ashulchan l'noy zechel chayres. In other words, if you have a nice vessel, put it on the table. Beautiful.
I think you said that the Rebbe's house. You said that the Rebbe's house they had something.
They had a bowl that was from the Alter Rebbe, and they used to make soup in that bowl. And by the Seder, they would pass it around, and everyone would take I think 2 spoons of soup, and the Rebbe took 3 spoons or something like that. I once read.
By the Rebbe's home by the Friedrich Rebbe's
By the Friedrich
apartment.
Rebbe's tish. Yeah. Seder HaKaira Kachu. The order of the Kaira, there are different ways, so he's going to tell us one way. Meniach Sholish Matzes Zeh Al Zeh Yisrael V'Ol of Alevi V'Ol of HaKayin. In other words, you start with the bottom one, not with the top one.
When we put them into the bags, you don't put it in that Seder.
You're supposed to.
No, you do 3, 2, 1.
Not you put in the bottom one first,
one, top, middle one,
then
and
the
top
middle
one.
one, then the top one.
You do it like that? I thought you gotta do bottom, top, middle. I know it's easy, not easy as possible.
And the minig is, then he says, "Upaydas alayim mapanor." Now, he doesn't say over,
Bottom first, that is short.
he doesn't say over here that you should put something in between each matzah. The way he says over here, it means you take 3 matzahs.
And one thing.
Yeah, but our minhag is that we put
Separation.
something in the separation between the matzahs. But, and then you put, on top of the matzah, you put a nice
Covering.
and v'alea meiniach hazroya neged hayamin shulet. In other words, according to him, and according to Babish, really, in many places they have like a fancy thing for the matzah.
Yeah, like a whole
Not
tray.
a silver one.
Yeah.
Silver one with drawers and everything.
Right.
So this is not the way he's saying over here. What he's saying over here is that you put it, you put down the 3 matzah and you cover it, and on that you make the kaida.
Right on top of the matzahs.
People have like a plate,
Right.
a special plate with design on it, but that's not. This is more like our minhag. Ve'esa beitzah mismol, and on the left you put the egg. Hamora lebracha be'emtza. The mora that you're going to make the bracha on the middle, you can eat in the meal is in the middle. And charaises takas hazraya. The charaises you put under the zraya. Now, being that this is what I do. I mean, I'm not telling everyone to do it. But if you're talking about putting it on the cloth,
You got to be careful because it's wet.
I put a little plate like with the charaises. And kapas tachas habeitza, umora lekricha, the mora for kairach they get later is beemtza. So it comes out. It's 2 segels. It's
Right.
a segel
And an
and an opposite segel both meeting. Hakaises here shleimus.
Only the charaises you put in the plate?
Yeah, because that's only that's wet.
What about
Everything I
I think I should put on
the
you can put
cloth.
directly on the.
On the cloth.
Alte Stocke Scheiles, wir gehen rein in den Supermarkt, wir gehen hier an Kaire, wir gehen hier, alles ist ready.
plates? Every single
Oh yeah, you get up and also everyone else.
Okay.
We don't use plates.
Huh?
That's what I'm asking.
We don't live in a.
I put it on. I put it on the.
Right on the cover?
Yeah.
The egg doesn't roll around like this?
Huh?
The egg doesn't roll around? And
Yeah. It's
They
so.
didn't put no plates.
I sometimes I cop it a little bit.
So they
But it's with a shell,
they
you
didn't
know.
put no plates. No.
I'll tell you what happened with the Rebbe. We know that in.
Well, let's just finish over here. A kaisa shir shleim is belief begima. Umadachas yafa. There should be no cracks in them, and they should be washed good. V'yachzik ochal papas revias. They should hold the revias. Revias is really not much. People make a big mistake. People take big cups of rice, and then later they have trouble drinking it. If you take a cup that's 4 ounces, that's already has a revias already. Because the full revias is 3 point something, 3.8.
Some say 2 plates.
And it's a big problem, Taka, especially with women. The women, you know, they don't want to drink so much wine, you know. So take small cups. And you can use grape juice also. And it's perfect. Minogeno lubash is a kittel. We wear a kittel, that's not our minhag. V'yachino gam kein mebayid yaim. Umishu avo rachman l'son ein a leivshes. Avo ba'seva is chayiv even if he's an avo. Rak im le'noag avel is kal koidem yantev. K'dain shekava meisei b'yantev.
No, you're gonna change it.
There was times in America also when they used to make levias on Yantiv.
Second day, yeah.
But today, because of it's involved in
In Williamsburg they do it.
In Williamsburg they do it. Mergin she'ena meisa v'halu aina ki halu hu achiv. This halu is a chiv. Bein eitzel aviv chayev ba'seiva. Avot Talmud eitzel rabbi eine tzarech. And according to the Alter Rebbe, he writes he's not allowed.
So,
Depends if it's Rabbi Muvik or not Rabbi Muvik.
my uncle Shalom told a story that after Yud Shvat, Tafshin Yud.
He went to buy a becher.
He didn't go by Becher. What happened was he met my father, and my father, it looked like he was stressed a little bit. So he asked him what he's stressed about. My father said, the Rebbe called me, and he told me to get him two things, a Becher and a silver kaira. Now we know that in Chabad,
Only the
no
Rebbe-
one uses a silver kaira, except for the Rebbe.
Right.
But he told my father he should go get him a silver kite. It means he was telling everybody else, go upstairs and put the letter here, put the letter. But he, to my father, said, bring me a silver kite, because he knew that he's in charge now and he needs to have a silver kite. So my father found the silver kite for him, but he couldn't find the becher that he was looking for. He brought him and he wasn't able to figure it out. So Shalom said, what are you looking for? He said, I need a becher. He said, I know where to get the becher. He said he used to have a guy on the east side, and every time I go into the store, he has in the break front the becher. That's the one the Rebbe wants. He said, I'll take care of it for you. He went to the east side, he got the becher, he brought it back to 770, he knocked on the Rebbe's door, he gave it to the Rebbe, and I told him to wait a minute. He came back, he said, yeah, that's the one. He gave him the becher, but
And he finished the story, and he wanted to pay him.
for the becher,
Yeah, he didn't want to take.
no.
I don't remember the story.
I don't know that part. I don't really care about so much what the becher story was. The point of me was that here the Rebbe was gilly to his close friend, the Mafreya, that I am in charge and I am the Nasi and I need to have a silver karat.
Bringt der Becher von der Seite.